Yeah.
in clinical trials, if you are working and you are going any other country, so same
Mm-hmm.
thing you have to do, but might be the local things to
Yep.
learn in the
Yep.
beginning, but that is not
Mm-hmm.
like a big challenging
Mm-hmm.
for you if you are a Indian professional and you are to migrate to
Yep.
Australia. So earlier is easy, but now still a lot
Mm-hmm.
of companies are looking. They are even ready to sponsor if the right candidate if you're willing
Yes.
to migrate to Australia. This is the right time if you want to enter into the Australia. Whether you are a professional in India, you are looking to migrate to Australia, or you are in Australia already. You are a student and you are doing some odd job. So you definitely you can go into an entry level job, or if you have already have some experience in India and you just migrate to Australia, so lot of opportunities because many of the investors want to invest in the healthcare. So lot of new trials ongoing in Australia is one of the country. A lot of companies here, a lot of CROs working here, a lot of jobs here. So this is right time for you. So hi everyone, welcome to you all in my another video. And today we have very special guest from Australia. So Virenji basically is very close to my heart because I completed my Bachelor of Pharmacy from Allahabad, and he is also from the same city. And once I completed my degree, I never got a chance to go back there. तो आज हम जानेंगे वीरेंद्र जी से कि आप लोग जो है कि क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स के अंदर क्या स्कोप है बेसिकली इंडिया में भी, क्योंकि इन्होंने बहुत सारे टाइम में जो फार्मेसी की डिग्री इन्होंने ली, इंडिया में काम किया, उसके बाद फिर ये बहुत सारे साल से यहाँ पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मैनेजर होते हैं एक बहुत बड़ी एमएनसी के अंदर, है ना। तो हम जानेंगे एक टू जेड इन्फॉर्मेशन कि वीरेंद्र जी प्लीज गिव अस योर ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन।
Sure, sure, no problem. As Akram sir has already said, so I did my graduation in India. I did my pharmacy in 2006, and then I worked for a production company for 1 year, and then like in production, everything is very monotonous. You do the same things again and again, so that's why I didn't like it. So then there was an interest that do something new, like which is new every day or something. So, and I made a right choice for considering clinical trials. And then I started in 2007. So that time, I mean, there was so much of like jobs and requirements in India. So I haven't done any course that time. But to be honest, later there was a saturation. 2007, 2008, it was fine. Anyone can get into the industry. But later down the line, there was a kind of a requirement that you need to have at least certification or some special course for clinical trials. So as you're being accepted. So that's how I got started. I worked like till now I'm in the industry, as rightly Akram sir has mentioned. So yeah, I've worked in various capacities like line manager, project manager, and as a CRA or a site manager or site monitor, as you say, and worked for like larger CROs like Quintiles, with Icon, PPD, Seniors,
So,
and like
we will come to
many
back.
companies.
Birenji very clearly mentioned that if you complete any science degree, basically, even your health
Mhm,
science background, pharmacy,
mhm,
dentistry, your nursing, or any other.
mhm,
And if you want to come in clinical trials, so earlier, without a degree, without a certification, you can enter. But now a lot of competition. So at least there are so
mhm,
many institute in India. Also, they are offering some certificate course, so you can get into the industry, especially in clinical trials. So clinical trial is still, I can say that this is very right choice for you if you want to
mhm,
think, apart from the just pharmacy like production or marketing, ये दो चीजों से आप अगर बोर हो रहे हैं, आपको कुछ अलग करना
mhm,
है, तो क्लिनिकल ट्रायल एक राइट चॉइस हो सकती है। आज भी बहुत सारी जॉब्स हैं इंडिया में। इफ
mhm,
यू सी लॉट ऑफ big CROs, basically they are doing a lot of trials in India, and a lot of companies in Australia as well. So we also provide basically very short course for clinical trials. If you want to get into this industry, you need a GCP certification. We also provide, all those things. So this is just a 2-week course for clinical trial professional. If you are looking a job in Australia, how you can crack this first job in Australia in this 2 week, we will prepare for you. If you are a healthcare professional, you're already working in clinical trial in India, or maybe you are a fresher and you are looking at an entry level job in India or in your home country, it can be help you. So, Virenji, can you please tell me how many years you work in India and then how you migrated to Australia as a clinical trial professional?
Yeah, sure. So, like, I've worked for more than 7 years when I was in India. So, I started in 2007. So, till 2014, I was working there in India. And then after that, I moved to Australia in 2015. So since I was in the right industry, so that clinical research industry has actually allowed me to apply for PR directly when I was in India. And then because, as you said rightly, that it is a global profile and you work for the global studies, right? So whatever you do is recognized in entire world, right? So like you follow the ICH GCP, which is the standard guideline across the globe, right?
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
once you are thorough with that, so it doesn't matter if you are in India or you are in Australia, you are able to work with same set of principles and guidelines. So that's why I never faced any challenge when I moved even from India to work here in Australia. There was nothing different, because the only thing which I have to learn was like how sites work. But otherwise, there was not much of difference, because you still have to look for the same sort of patient data or same protocols which we do
So
as
basically,
usual.
worldwide, this ICH, this is the same guideline. Whatever
Hmm.
country, for example, in India, the CDSCO, here we have TGA, some other guidelines, So whatever country, the country little bit change as per their own
Hmm.
requirement in the country, but
Hmm.
overall, the same guideline everyone has to follow. So
Yeah.
in clinical trials, if you are working and you are going any other country, so same
Hmm.
thing you have to do, but might be the local things, to
Yep.
learn in the
Yep.
beginning, but that is not
Hmm.
like a big challenging
Hmm.
for you if you are a Indian professional and you are to migrate to
Yep.
Australia. So earlier is easy, but now still a lot
Hmm.
of companies are looking. They are even ready to sponsor if the right candidate if you're willing
Yes.
to migrate to Australia. Even I know many students. They completed their degree B Form or they are doing a master degree and still they are doing odd jobs. For job me,
Hmm.
they are doing like Uber Eats and they are working here and there in a small store. So they don't know basically how they can enter into the industry. So a lot of jobs like clinical trial assistant, clinical trial coordinator, clinical trial associate. A lot of jobs you can do. I mean, पहली जॉब आपको मिलना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जरूर होती है मगर इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है ऑस्ट्रेलिया मार्केट में बहुत सारी जॉब्स हैं आप एटलीस्ट
Hmm.
आपको ट्राई तो करना ही चाहिए आपको बहुत सारी जॉब्स हैं और यहाँ पर
Hmm.
अच्छा स्कोप भी है तो आप अपने
Hmm.
और जॉब्स में हमेशा नहीं रहे आप क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स में आ सकते हैं फार्माकोविजिलेंस
Hmm.
है मेडिकल राइटिंग है मेडिकल कोडिंग है बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रोफेशन है कि आप अपने बेसिकली यू आर कमिंग टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया तो आपका ये ड्रीम नहीं था कि आप और जॉब करेंगे पर आप मजबूरी में कर रहे हैं ओके आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि बुरा नहीं है शुरू में हर कोई करता है मगर आपको अपनी फील्ड में काम करना चाहिए है ना तो बहुत सारी
Yes.
जॉब्स हैं यहाँ पर तो वीरेंद्र जी कैन यू गिव अस एक रफ आइडिया कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया के अंदर कैसा जॉब का प्रोस्पेक्ट है क्लिनिकल ट्रायल प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए जॉब्स हैं
Yeah,
यहाँ पर या
sure.
सैचुरेशन है यहाँ पर आपके हिसाब से क्या लगता है आपको
नहीं, saturation तो बिल्कुल नहीं है. I would just say that कि there's lot of requirement and we always have resource crunch. So,
यस
and if you are considering the your clinical research career this time, so this is the right time. Why? Because
यस
we have lot of investment from the investors for the healthcare development, because we are, as we know, economically we are looking for a recession. So every investor try to invest into such sectors which are more fruitful, right, which gives
यस
highest return. So that's why health sector or medicine is the best. So that's why every innovator or any pharmaceutical company, they have got a lot of money, so that's why they are running lot of trials. To run the trials, we need the professionals, trained professionals, and that's why we have direct requirement here in Australia. So Australia needs
Actually,
professionals who can work. Yeah.
Virenji is saying that this is the right time if you want to enter into the Australia. Whether you are a professional in India, you are looking to migrate to Australia, or you are in Australia already, you are a student and you are doing some odd jobs. So you definitely you can go into entry level jobs. Or if you have already have some experience in India and you just migrate to Australia, so lot of opportunities because many of the investors want to invest in the healthcare. So lot of new trials ongoing in Australia is one of the country. A lot of companies here, a lot of CROs working here, a lot of jobs here. So this is right time for you. Biren ji, can you last में short में बताएंगे what is the salary structure in Australia? As a,
Yes.
it's like
Mhm.
CRA at least range. What is
Mhm.
the salary for CRA?
Yeah, sure. I will cover that. So basically, like when you start, it's firstly, I would say it's a very rewarding career. Like if you are looking for any other aspects, like when you have science background and you're looking for any options. So I think so this is the best. And as I said, there's a lot of requirement. So if there's a lot of requirement and you are like smart and you learn things quickly, so you can progress as well. So and opportunity wise, like you can start at the site as a study coordinator, as a trial coordinator, as a data entry person or something. So that is the basic starting. Or if you going to the to the CRO or the sponsor company, you start as a like a project specialist or maybe as a clinical trial coordinator or assistant, so something like that. And then you gradually move to the like as a study coordinator at site and as a CRA, senior CRA, and later on you can go to the middle management and higher management, like the clinical trial managers or line managers, or into the project managers and then directors and so on and so forth. So starting salary, like it goes like if someone has some experience in India, if they have migrated, so they can start around 60 or 70,000 very easily. If somebody is fresher, they don't have anything like in sort of experience there, so then maybe they can start around 50 or 60 something around that, and then it goes on. So like I would say that within when you have 2 years of experience, you should be touching around 100,000 in this
Yes.
industry very easily, and then it goes on like 100, 20, 130. So and yeah, it goes on and it up
Actually,
to you because
entry level job basically you can easily you can get up to around 60 to 80 in between, but it can be gradually very fast will be increased. Within 2 years you can be up to 100 or plus 100. So this is
yes.
maybe right time for you. You can enter in this clinical trial course. So अभी हम यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं. हम आपको बाद में मिलेंगे अगले वीडियो में. And thank you for watching this video. And thank you, Virendra ji.
Thank you, no problem.